Most sales don't die when she says no. They die when you say no for her, quietly in your own head before she ever gets to decide. Stay with me and I'll show you exactly how to stop handing her the exit before she's even looked for it. And this one's expensive in a way that you cannot see. Every time you assume she can't afford it, isn't ready, or wouldn't want the bigger option, you shrink or skip the offer because of your assumption. You've quietly made her decision for her. You guess wrong in the direction that loses the sale almost every single time. You're protecting yourself from hearing no, and it's costing you the yeses right alongside it. The whole fix is this: make the full offer every time and let her decide. Your job is the ask, not the answer. But first, you have to catch the sabotage because most women never notice they're doing it. It sounds completely reasonable in the moment. I was going to offer the bigger package, but she seemed budget conscious, so I just mentioned the smaller one. I didn't follow up. She probably wasn't that interested, or I dropped the price before she even responded because I figured she'd think it was a lot. But every one of those is making the decision for her. She didn't say any of it. You decided it and acted on your own guess and filed it under being considerate. It isn't considerate. It's a flinch wearing the costume of reading the room. The way out is to catch that assumption and understand that it belongs to you, and then ask her instead of assuming. Here's the fear running underneath all of this. You talk yourself out of the sale because a no you saw coming stings less than the one that blindsides you. You decide for her, she can't afford this anyway, and skip the offer, and you never actually have to hear it. You've kept yourself safe. You've also locked in the very outcome you were dreading, all while calling it kindness. So here's the reframe that cuts through it. Her answer is none of your business until you've actually asked the question. The moment you assume it, you've stolen her decision and handed yourself the loss. Your fear has started writing her line. So stopping it comes down to three things. Number one is make the full offer. Always ask, not the pre-shrunk version, not the one you've already negotiated in your head based on what you assume she can handle, but the real one. She can't say yes to something that you never put on the table. Keep your job and her job separate. Yours is to present clearly and ask, and hers is to decide. The instant you start doing her job, deciding for her, you've walked off your own. Stay in your lane and stay with the ask. And then let the silence belong to her. Once the offer's out, stop talking. That itch to fill the quiet with, but no pressure, or I know it's a lot, is you talking yourself out of it in real time. The silence isn't yours to feel, it's hers to think. Now, if part of you worries that this makes you look pushy, look closer, because assuming you know better than she does is not a pushy move. When you pre-decide that she can't afford it or isn't ready, you're being quietly condescending, actually. You've appointed yourself the authority over her finances, her priorities, and her readiness. So letting her make her own call, even when the call is no, that's the respectful thing. It treats her as a capable adult who can weigh an offer and choose for herself. That's not pressure. Pressure is overriding her answer. This is the exact opposite, actually. It's giving her an answer to make. The woman who closes consistently isn't tougher about rejection than you are. She just stopped doing the prospect's job. She makes the offer, she asks the question, and she lets the answer be whatever it turns out to be. Because she's learned that fear is a terrible forecaster of other people's choices. That's within reach in your next conversation. You don't have to love hearing no, but you do have to stop saying it on the other person's behalf. Make the offer, ask the question, then let her surprise you, and she will far more often than the fear predicts. If you've been quietly talking yourself out of sales before they even have a chance to happen, I can help you stop. Inside my free masterclass, Stop Winging Sales, Start Signing Clients, I teach you how to make the offer and lead the conversation all the way to her decision without flinching, without preempting the no. Free, live, and linked in the description. Come learn to stay in your lane and let her handle the rest.